Now we're going to take a look at our power supply unit, which is our switching regulator unit. This switches the voltage from 240 to 120. Now to be able to get it out, we have to first start to remove some pieces, and we're going to start with the machine socket. There are two Phillips head screws that hold the machine socket to the machine. Now once we remove these screws, we can't remove the machine socket completely out because we can see that the wires are held behind the idler unit. So we're going to loosen the idler unit, and now that it's loosened we can remove the wire, but let's take it out altogether because the supply unit still will not fit past it. So let's remove the screw all the way and remove the idler unit. And we'll save our screw. Now we can take the machine socket and put it to the front of the machine and out of the way of the power switching regulator unit. Next we have a metal bracket that comes down and was helping to help hold and support the machine socket. There is a screw on the back. That is one reason why you would have to remove the rear cover. Now there are two screws that are on the inside of the machine that hold the switching regulator unit. These screws need to be removed completely. Some may be really tight, but we'll always get a good bite on it. Once you get a good bite with your screwdriver, then you can start to remove. Try not to strip the screws. Now, we're going to have to slide the switching regulator unit out. We have to be careful of the hand wheel and everything else. So we can see our motor belt is starting to come off. And we have a wire that runs from the power unit. Let's get rid of that motor belt. And we can see through the machine, and that's what plugs into our A board and gives power to our A board. If it's a little difficult to take out, just take your time. There's our machine socket unit plugged in as well. Now, to put it back, you have to be very careful. First we're going to take the wire for the regulator unit and hold it upwards because we want it to end up going up and being held behind the idler unit bracket. Now we'll slide it into position and we can see that our wire is upward as well. And we're going to take the screws and we're going to start to put them back in. Now we did not tighten the top screw all the way because we want to have a little bit of play so we can get the bottom screw in a lot easier. Make sure everything is tight. And now it's held into place. So next we're going to take our metal bracket and we're going to take the screw from the rear of the machine and put it through the rear to hold the metal bracket on. This will support our machine socket. Now we're going to take the machine socket and we're going to start to put that into place as well. There are two screws that hold the machine socket to the machine. The top screw that goes through the metal bracket, and we have our bottom screw which is underneath the lower shaft gear. Now we can see our wire, and we routed it really nice when we put the supply unit back in. It is safe, and it's up out of the way of the belt. And to make it even safer, when we put the idler unit back in, we're going to make sure that the wire is behind the bracket. And we're going to start to put our screw in to hold the idler unit in. as always, we have to find the correct tension against the timing belt. So we'll loosen and we'll push the idler unit against the belt, and we can see the selection, probably about 7 millimeters worth. And now we'll put the motor belt back on. And now we are done replacing our power regulator unit.